back to Chamba Sports, where we highlight our community and the youth sports space and talk about the real passion behind the sport, how it heals us, and how it makes us the best players in the game. With the help of our athletes, our coaches, our parents, and the fans, let's get into it. Today, we have a very special guest, and I'm excited because he's also from Delano, so I will go ahead and let him introduce himself.
Hi, my name is Jordan Palomo. I'm a Kennedy football player, baseball player, and basketball player.
Jordan, how do you feel?
Nervous.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, what makes this so exciting is that he is a sophomore playing on varsity level, and we've seen some of the highlights, and man, you're pretty good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about right now. You're on varsity,
Yeah.
right? How is that going?
It's going good. At the beginning of the season, it started off a little rough, but we were playing against D1, D2 teams, Hanford, Buchanan, and then some of our superstar players were injured for Highland. But besides that, we were undefeated from there.
Buchanan, god dang.
Yeah.
That's a really good school right there.
Yeah.
Well, football program wise.
Lost by 2 touchdowns against Hanford and Buchanan.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn.
So what positions do you play?
Nickelback, strong safety.
Anything on offense?
I'm a quarterback.
Quarterback?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been a quarterback since I was little, but last year I was playing both sides. I was quarterback and I was nickelback. But for varsity, I had to play one side and chose defense.
Can't risk injury, man. It's a little more tougher, so.
So before we get into all that, 'cause
Sorry.
I want to
I'm
know
excited.
about the record. But tell us a little bit about when you started playing, and how you got into actually loving the game.
I started playing when I was 4. This is my 11th or 12th year. I don't know. But when I was 4, I wouldn't play like I wasn't a starter or nothing. I was probably starting when I was like 5 or 6. And the reason why I started playing was because of my older cousin. We took him to practice and I just followed him on the field. And then the coach asked me if I wanted to play. So next year I played.
That was it. So were you playing tackle since you were 5?
Since I was 4, yeah.
4?
Yeah. I was playing against 5 and 6-year-olds.
Wow, that is crazy.
Yeah. At that age, you're like little bobbleheads. Just big old helmets just falling to the
I
ground.
look like a little ball head.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That age is crazy. It's just that, I don't know. That age is just very, very cool to actually play.
To kind of see So, I mean, at that time, you're kind of just playing to play,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You don't really know any of the big stuff, right? When did you actually start to learn plays and all that kind of stuff?
Probably when I was 6 or 5. 6.
Dang. Oh,
I know that's.
I mean,
very
yeah,
young age.
because I think that's really hard for some players, and I don't know if you see it, now, but it's really hard for some players to even learn plays now.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So were you always a quarterback too?
When I was 6, yeah. That's when I started being quarterback.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
That's so cool.
I'm teaching my son how to play running back, and he's 6 years old right now. So I'm trying to teach him how,
Yeah.
but so to have it at that age of discipline, that's nice.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. What made you so disciplined? I mean, at 6 years old, and you learned how to do plays. What? How are
Yeah.
you doing that?
Well, my dad's always coached me from my first year to my 8th grade year, and he always had me in check, always, and we would always work at home too, even with baseball too.
Nice. Oh, that's crazy. Well, that's what you got to do because I need him to be like a D1.
No,
Eventually.
no cartoons or nothing. None of that. No toys, man. Throw it over.
Yeah.
Here's a football. Good luck.
Yeah.
And baseball. Good luck.
Yeah.
So tell us about because you played last year, right, on JV?
Yeah.
And then you got the opportunity. Did you get the opportunity to play in playoffs last year? For varsity?
Special teams. Yeah.
Special teams.
Yeah. Special teams.
What'd you play?
Kickoff and punt.
Okay. And now we can go into that. Who'd you guys play in the playoffs?
Santa Ynez and Kerman.
Okay. I have no idea. But
How'd that go?
Santa Ynez, we killed them. It was 40-20. And then Kerman, that was ugly. We lost last second touchdown. Kerman. They were on R20. They ran 70 yards all the way down the middle. It was sad.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
I looked at the seniors. It was heartbreaking for me, and I wasn't even playing. It hurt.
Yeah.
That's cool. So they actually brought you up from freshman all the way to varsity. So how was that transition right there?
it's a really it's a really big transition.
Not bad. Yeah, you barely starting out that freshman level, and then like I said, but you said your dad's already been having you in that atmosphere. I mean, it's fine. And I think
Yeah,
you're.
ever since when I was younger, I would always play against older kids.
Mhm.
Like the seniors right now, I played with them when I was 6, 7, 8 years old, and then even my seventh grade year, I played varsity when I was supposed to play on JV, and yeah, I just always played older and for better competition.
And if well, you said you go to Buchanan. What division is Kennedy right now?
We're base D4, but the last couple of years we moved up to D3 for playoffs.
D3.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a very competitive atmosphere right there too.
Yeah, our coaches are like really competitive,
Oh,
really
bet.
competitive.
Mm-hmm.
they want to win. That's why. Heck, I agree. I'm a coach
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
I
you're
agree.
like, I want to win.
Stand behind that.
Is it different, like the JV atmosphere from like now? Like now you're playing the full season with your varsity team. Is it different? Is like, do you have to have a little bit more dedication and?
Yeah, if anything, you have to be way more disciplined on varsity. I found that out first couple weeks. Uh, yeah, you have to be way more disciplined, especially at DB. You have to be really disciplined. JV and Frosh, you could get away with a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I found it out the hard way.
What were some of those things you learned the hard way?
I got scored on a couple times.
Oh, and that don't feel so great, huh?
Nah.
Yes,
Like
but it's also.
you could be playing good the whole game and then you get scored on. It could make it look like a horrible game for you.
Oh yeah, but then it's you use it as a learning experience. So it's
Yeah.
all about next play,
Yeah.
short-term memory.
Mm.
But so transitioning that, how did your training to off the field too? How did that change too for you? Like, do you train off the field?
Like at practice or
No,
like
no, no.
Outside
Like
of practice,
outside of practice.
like when you're in off season.
well, oh during the off season we have zero period, which we still lift, and then once it gets closer to football season, we start going on the field a lot more, and we start doing our drills. And when it's summer, that's when we start getting into football. Like that's just straight football.
Yeah.
And then at home, I'll lift, and that's about it. I'll lift a lot.
Oh dang, nice.
It's good.
Yeah, a lot of well, you don't have really that much time, and even at school, you only have a certain amount of time and stuff like that.
During
So,
football season, I don't really do nothing at home.
oh,
Yeah. You're
I was
like,
tired anyway.
I'm
I have
tired.
to. I have to. I got homework. And
Yeah.
film too. I watch a lot of film.
Tell us a little bit about that, because I've learned this season that we got to watch film right after the game's over. So like that is something we've been doing every Friday after every game. Like you got to watch film, and then he says something, and then he rewinds it, and tell us a little about your film. Like, are you, because you guys have film days, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But before that, are you dedicated to watching that film, criticizing yourself, taking notes on what's next?
Yeah, I'm really dedicated to watching film. Me and my dad will sit in the room just watching film the whole time, seeing what I did wrong, so I could learn from it. And then the next day, that's when they post the team that we play next, and so me and my dad will watch the next team to see what they do and their plays and stuff like that.
Yeah. So you put that extra work too.
Yeah.
Do you see some of your teammates do that too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So
They put in that work.
good.
And
it's mandatory. You
Yeah,
gotta do it.
yeah, but some people are dedicated more than others, so I think it's really important, especially because you have a support like your dad, has coached, and I think it's really nice that he, kind of supports you in that and make sure that you watch it, you guys watch it together, and he
Yeah.
probably has his own opinion sometimes on
Yeah.
certain things. And I know you play basketball and baseball,
yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
tell us about it a little bit. How does your football kind of career transition into the next sport in the next season? Like you're just always on the go.
Yeah, it's really tiring. Sometimes I'll think about not playing football. Not football, basketball.
Whoa. Don't let your dad hear that.
Sometimes I think about not playing basketball because I need a rest, and basketball's my last sport. But basketball is just really fun. It's just there.
It's kind of a more recreational for you,
Yeah.
I'm guessing. Okay.
Yeah. It's really fun. Baseball, like if football don't work out, baseball, I want to play baseball in college too.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been on varsity since I was a freshman too.
Oh, on for baseball.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Okay.
I was a center fielder and
It's
Sorry.
okay.
It's okay.
I was a center fielder, pitcher, not so good at pitching, and I'm also a catcher.
Okay. And did you play baseball when you were little too? So were you doing
Yeah,
both at once?
I started baseball when I was 6.
Oh, so you just both sports, mom and dad, poor mom and dad.
Yeah.
Like we already have no life, so I'm guessing it's the
Yeah, it's
same
just
way.
time, man. It's
Yeah,
something else.
very
So
time consuming,
hats off
but
to them, man. For,
yeah, dedication. So
yeah.
you want to go to D1, right? Or do you want to go off to either if it's not D1, but goal is D1,
Yeah,
right?
goal,
Goal.
obviously. Yeah.
Yep. And have you started looking at those D1 schools?
I really wanna go to Fresno State.
Okay.
Really, I'm going to a Fresno State game on the 26th, like 2 weeks.
In 2
But
weeks.
yeah, I really want to go to Fresno State.
Okay. Why?
My quarterback coach went to Fresno State too, and just the football program's really good. And now they're in the Pac-12, so it's even
Nice.
better.
Yep. That's so cool. You guys are going. I want to go to the UCLA versus Fresno State. Guys, I really want to go. And let's try to get Coach V to get some sponsors so we can all go.
I'm on it.
I really want to go to that game.
So if Fresno State would offer you anything, like I said, for baseball and football,
I'll
like
take
Patrick Mahomes. Well, his is more of the college level, but I think he played both in college, right?
I think so. No,
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know.
because he got an offer to go into the MLB and then also football too. So he chose football though.
Yeah,
Like I said, he was a great baseball player too. So.
yeah,
You would
So
choose
what would
football?
you choose?
yeah. I would choose football.
Football?
For sure,
Football.
for sure.
Over
All right.
everything.
I just
Not to put you on blast for Fresno State, if you're watching that. He's open to anything. Trust me. Anything.
I love the physicality, the adrenaline. I love the adrenaline. The adrenaline goes way more in football than baseball. And yeah, just love football.
You like the,
Told you, there's a lot of passion behind football.
I
see?
know, I know.
So when you see me on that field,
I know.
I was locked in.
Yeah. Our coaches are locked in too. They'll be yelling. Their adrenaline is going too. Their excitement, stuff like that.
It's so funny how you barely hear him out on the field, right?
Yeah.
So funny. So I'll be
Yeah.
yelling at my player, and he won't even look towards me. I'm like, am I not yelling?
Like on film, I did something wrong, and my coach was yelling at me top of his lungs, and like I didn't even notice until we watched film.
Like, you said something? Okay, yeah, I think I heard something. Yeah, you're right, coach. No, going from that aspect, it's actually pretty cool feeling. So
Yeah, it's different. So, baseball though, when you're playing baseball, you said it's not the adrenaline's different, right? For
Yeah.
football, and in baseball, it's a little bit of a slower end sport, right?
Yeah.
But you still love it, right?
I love
you
it.
still love it. So,
I
what
love it.
is there behind the love for baseball?
say he likes to hit home runs. That's it. Barry Bonds.
I love baseball because hitting the ball. I love hitting the ball. And then like spectacular plays in the outfield. I love diving for a ball. I love throwing someone out at home.
Oh, you just
It's-
want to use your body and
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, that's what I'm getting.
I like moving around. That's why I like outfield so much because like we run so much. If the ball is hit out there, that's the bad part about outfield. Like it's not. Sometimes they'll get hit like probably like 4 times a game, 3 times a game. They'll get hit out there.
I always scared of pitchers, so that's all I was scared of. They're gonna hit the ball right back at me. I see some of those videos where the guy they
Oh,
just
yeah.
react and they just catch it. It's like, wow, all right. I wouldn't probably be able to do that.
That's why I don't really play pitcher.
Yeah, see, and they hit the ball, they hit it. So, but
So, going back to the conversation about going to Fresno State, is there any other options that you might have looked at or you want to look at?
My dream school was USC, but Fresno State is more realistic for me because like I live in Delano. If I lived in LA and went to a bigger school, then I would go for USC. But since I live in Delano, smaller town, my goal is Fresno State. But other schools probably Sac State, Boise State, and stuff like that.
Okay.
so
And
because you want to stay closer to home.
Yeah.
Okay.
so let's talk about the Delano perspective because you guys are a smaller town, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it's a lot harder to get recognition from smaller towns?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Okay, we're gonna put you on the map. Okay, Jordan. We gotta make sure. But do you think it's a little harder, and sometimes you have to go that extra step, right?
Yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah.
Especially for a team that's D4.
Mm-hmm.
But right, this year we're getting a lot of recognition because we played against Hartford and Buchanan this year. So we're getting a lot of uh
Kind of like more like viewership. People are more invested into seeing what you guys have to
yeah,
offer. Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
especially if you guys
word.
go against them, they're like, "Oh crap, Kennedy's on the map.
yeah,
Who
Yeah.
is them?" And then start
Mhm.
researching, and then
yeah,
that's
Yeah.
how they recognize you guys.
So I think that's important. I think a lot of people don't understand, right? And they shut themselves down and they say like, "Oh, I'm not from, LA or from like a big, city," and they think that they're not, they don't have an opportunity, but you definitely have an opportunity.
yeah,
I mean, start creating, doing your skills and, practicing, showcasing, get your highlights, like all those extra things will help.
yeah,
Okay?
And eventually coming back too, right, to your town and everything, and then supporting also because that's what we even did. I'm doing right now, so because I graduated from Golden Valley, so I'm helping out and everything to try to build
okay.
their, uh,
So
we call it,
we,
whatever.
we're all a community,
Oh
and
yeah,
doesn't matter where you're from, and coming back and always coming back to your roots.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anyone that you want to thank for just your football career, your sports career?
I want to thank my parents. My parents, obviously, they've always been there for me, always pushed me through things. My sister, always cheered for me since I was little. She was always a part of my football career, and then my coaches from my youth, my coaches from right now, they're they're a big part of me. Like they really mean something to me. Like coaches from my youth, I still call them coach from now. Like
Yep.
they're they're gonna be my coaches forever, and my teammates, I'll forever appreciate them. They always be my brothers. They always push me through things. I always push them through things. Like even off the field, we're there for each other. Um, and yeah,
All right. And any words of advice for the next generation?
yeah, just you little ones out there, you just gotta you gotta push through everything. Like no matter how hard it starts from the beginning, if you don't play your first year, it's all good. I wasn't like that, and as you get older, take those learning experiences, turn them into habits, and then learn bigger things.
That's amazing.
Well
That's
said, man.
awesome. I know. Oh, well, thank you, Jordan. I appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he had fun on this episode and loves
Learning,
talking football.
yes, I love football.
Learning more football. But thank you so much for joining us. We really do
course.
appreciate it. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. And as we mentioned, if you are from a smaller town, you want some exposure, Chamba is a great opportunity for you guys to come and join us. And let's, make those goals reality, because they're not just dreams, they're goals, and we got to accomplish those. So don't forget to
Like and subscribe.
and we'll see you guys on the next one.